Bashar al-Assad, the current president of Syria, was born on September 11, 1965, in Damascus, Syria. He is the third child of Hafez al-Assad, a Syrian military officer and member of the Ba'ath Party, who seized power in 1971. Assad received his early education in Damascus and studied medicine at the University of Damascus, graduating as an ophthalmologist in 1988. He then served as an army doctor at a Damascus military hospital and later moved to London to continue his studies. After his older brother, Basil, died in a car accident in 1994, Assad was called back to Syria and groomed to take his brother's place as the successor to their father. He trained at a military academy and eventually gained the rank of colonel in the elite Republican Guard. Assad became president in 2000 after his father's death, and his early presidency was marked by hopes of democratic reform and economic revival. However, he largely continued his father's authoritarian methods, and his regime was criticized for human rights abuses and corruption. The Syrian Civil War began in 2011, with Assad's government facing opposition from various rebel groups. The conflict has resulted in significant human suffering, displacement, and destruction, with Assad's government being accused of war crimes, including the use of chemical weapons squared. Throughout his presidency, Assad has maintained a tight grip on power, with the support of Russia and Iran. Despite international condemnation and calls for his removal, Assad remains in power, with his government controlling most of Syria's major cities squared. Assad's personal life is relatively private, but it is known that he is married to Asma al-Akraz, a British Syrian woman, and they have 3 children together. Bashar al-Assad's policies have been shaped by his father Hafez al-Assad's legacy and the complex geopolitical landscape of the Middle East. Domestic policies. Assad's domestic policies have focused on maintaining power and control. He has taken steps to reassert the authority of the old regime, suppressing dissent and opposition. His administration has also been criticized for human rights abuses and corruption. Economic policies. Assad has implemented some economic reforms, including a 5-year economic reform program aimed at modernizing the economy and encouraging private sector growth. However, these reforms have been slow to materialize, and the economy remains largely controlled by the state. Foreign policies. Assad's foreign policies have been driven by a desire to maintain Syria's influence in the region and resist Israeli and Western pressure. He has supported Palestinian militant groups and maintained close ties with Iran and Hezbollah. Assad has also been a key player in the Syrian Civil War, which began in 2011. Controversies and criticisms. Assad's policies have been widely criticized for their repressive nature and human rights abuses. The Syrian Civil War has resulted in hundreds of thousands of deaths and millions of displaced people. Assad's government has also been accused of using chemical weapons against civilians.